Ксеня, а тепер?
Зараз повинен з'явитись.
А ну, Ксеня.
Ну, в неї затримка буде. Через
Ага.
хвилину десь вона побачить, що він з'явився.
Ну, час.
Все, зараз повинен з'явитися.
Що, а не видно, он...
Є звук, все.
Ліну де покликати.
Да.
Все.
Лія.
Так вона збереться, підійде, ну, Аня.
Може посунутись мені сюди, щоб ви всі
Давай
влізли?
посунемося.
Ну тобі містечко.
А, ну все, ми всі влазимо.
Все супер.
Хто ще буде в кадрі? Боря буде?
Скоріше ні. А Боря приїхав в тут взагалі?
Так, ми ж приїхали зараз. Зараз ми теж починали.
Ага.
І що, на спочатку 5 хвилин просто...
Це інтро, я типу я розказую про проєкт, як про Reframe TV, а потім у нас буде 15-хвилинна презентація, де будемо розповідати про сам дрон інструмент. І там вже...
Я хотіла це правильно записати.
Ну, це через півгодини.
Про структуру презентації.
Ага.
Щоб заторкнути всі основні питання, можливо, виписати якісь тези.
Мгм.
Щоб максимально.
Окей, то ви можете з Владом, типа, якраз. То це за півгодини ти можеш або зараз теж сісти, або за півгодини, як тобі зручніше.
Це півгодинки буде.
Ну, там не перерва, як
Ну, там буде презентація, ну,
там
коротше,
є
то ти...
план, там по ньому можна подивитися.
Я бачила. Я пострахала.
Хизи, типа, без поняття, бачиш,
Ну,
трошки затримується,
да.
ніхто не знає як. Тому не можу тобі точно сказати, на
Теж
жаль.
ти будеш як інтерв'юером в цьому процесі?
Ні, насправді ні, там не треба інтерв'ю, там просто це потрібно розповісти про івент, як він пройшов. Тут не треба інтерв'ю, тут просто треба розказати. Влад, наприклад, хоче розповісти про те, як він з модульними синтезаторами виводить це.
Ні, ну, модульні синтезатори, ну, модульну візуальну систему.
Модульна візуальна система. Да. І там, коротше, він хоче
Як
про це
вам
розказати. Ти
могу
можете
подбросить так,
з ним
чтобы ты
разом
подбросить
якраз.
массу?
Ми можемо якраз просто, да, про те, як візуальний джем налаштований. Ну, чи я можу розповісти. Ти
А ти про що хочеш розповісти?
Bo wszyscy jego dobrze czują, tylko nie ja, bo na głośnikach jest za daleko i nie rozumiem co on.
Так це треба зараз.
Тоді роби вже,
Ну,
бо
так, да,
да.
так.
Tylko to masę, tak?
Tak.
І нам тоді, якщо ти не сідаєш, то нам треба заповнити простір, щоб
Так
ми...
ти можеш, в принципі,
Ти можеш
сісти.
сісти
Ти
і
можеш
запо-
сісти і
писати
прописувати ці
просто
тези.
вже,
Чи,
да.
да. Чи ти хочеш кудись відійти, я просто не
A
зрозумів.
mogę?
А, ти хочеш йти покорити. Ну так іди покорити, тоді потім підходь.
Spróbuj. Jeżeli będzie zakładać, ściągać się, to co?
Guys, can you say something now, please?
Алло.
А, я зараз ну, поставив. Да.
Добрий день, студія.
Okej, zrób trochę ciszej.
I'm speechless.
Стрім, типу.
Co?
А тут я ставлю це, да.
My też musimy słyszeć, wiesz?
Скажите еще что-то.
Так ми кажемо, да.
Ксеня.
Мгм.
Так ми в стрімі точно звук був весь. Ну,
Да.
останні хвилин 5 був вже звук. В стрімі 100%.
Можу робити мудбанк.
Tomasa, can you please say something because I just need to know if I can hear you.
Він на м'ют поставив тебе, тому ти не будеш його чути. Вірніше, він не буде тебе чути. Бо він тебе поставив на м'ют, напиши йому текстом. Ти почула мене?
Да, да.
When do you think we should start?
We finished a little
Late?
late, so we can wait maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just wait the people.
Then I tell the people on, because it's in connection with other people online.
Okay.
I just tell
They
them.
are already.
Yeah.
Нормально так?
Hello. We're gonna start in 5 minutes.
Окей.
Мгм.
Do I look like a DJ now?
Почекай,
So we already start our Twitch streaming, and it's.
Are you speaking with me?
I think
Okay, sorry, because I muted you.
cover some drone music that we will mention
We
later.
already started the stream, that's what
Yeah.
we said.
Okay,
Hmm?
5 minutes. Yeah.
Czyli wy słyszycie też tutaj, tak? Okej, dobra. Tak, bo ja tak lepiej słyszę, serio, bo ja przynajmniej wszystko rozumiem, co mówię. Jestem tobą. Konrad, a powiedz ty coś.
Nazywam się
Dobra, jest.
Konrad.
Jest git, bo ja po prostu nie słyszałam za bardzo, nie mogłam rozróżnić słów, jak było to a w słuchawkach zajebiście słyszę, tylko to chciałam sprawdzić. Wyglądam jak DJ?
Totalnie.
You kind of playing back to back today with somebody?
A ja wciąż wyglądam jak 13-letni gamer? Doskonale.
Może nie 13, ale 15.
Nie, że tak powiem, między 13 a 15 rokiem życia się niespecjalnie rozwinąłem, więc grałem cały czas w tą samą grę, więc...
To ja mega mocno, jak miałam 14, to ja mocno poszłam w Białorusy i ja się schudłam mocno. I
Ja wszystko, że tak powiem, od tak 11 do 18 to zasadniczo zero zmiany.
Wow. Nie, to ja pamiętam właśnie ten moment, kiedy najpierw był bullying w szkole, a później wszyscy nagle tak.
Ça, c'est le café, hein. Ils sont bas. À cette heure-là, c'est très compliqué. Ces gens-là, ils sont en train de...
High School Queen?
C'est une danse, hein.
No nie.
Prawie.
Wszyscy chłopaki, którym strasznie bullyingowali mnie, później zaczęli mnie podobać. To było strasznie dziwne.
Fatalne. Musiało być fatalne. Strasznie dziwne. Biedaczka.
Znaczy, no to było obrzydliwe, bo ja, wiesz, byłam przez nich skrzywdzona na pierwsze lata szkoły, a później nagle, wiesz, oni ten...
No ale miałeś swój moment zwycięstwa.
Okay.
Może.
Hello.
Hi.
Unfortunately, this presentation workshop is going to be in English. My French is very rusty. I apologize for that. But actually, thank you so much for the whole day because I really enjoyed this day of conference. Welcome to this workshop. It's a bit different setting than the previous one. It's going to be a bit longer, so also let's get relaxed in a way that is a bit of a workshop, so you can come in and come out. I'm Tommaso. I am a researcher at the Institute of Network Culture at the University of Applied Science in Amsterdam. And today we're going to give a workshop about live stream as both a methodological tool and a publication or publishing tool. And I'm saying we because I'm not alone in this. There are other 4 people, 5 people, actually more people connected online that you can see in a second. Okay. Can you see them? Yes, you can see them. But you cannot hear them. Give me a second. Okay, now you can also hear them.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
That's also the reason why I'm using a microphone and it's not amplified. So I'm not using it because I like to have the microphone in my hand, but because they can hear me. And we are also live streaming this session because this session is about live stream. You cannot really see the live stream setup, but everything is happening here and in Poland. And Poland is streaming this video on a Twitch channel. I don't go to the technicalities because I could stay hours. I try to give you a bit of an overview of what's going to happen today. So previously I had note. Let's see if I can put it back. Can you see something? Probably it's very small because this monitor is very small, but maybe I can make it a tiny bit bigger. Something like this. So today we're gonna just give a bit of an intro of who we are, because I guess it can be very confusing in the settings. But then we're gonna try to give a presentation a bit deeper into the topic also of the conference, and what is our practice and how to connect with it. And then, since this is a workshop, we would like also to try to involve in a bit of a conversation at the end. So we would like to give a 25, half an hour at the end to kind of create a round table and to have a conversation with all of us. Technically, I can also include you in the live stream, but of course, before I want to ask you if that's okay for you, because I don't want to film you without your permission. But that's something is going to happen in the end. So if in that case you don't feel comfortable, we can discuss about it. But so let's go back to the to all of us. In the screen, you can see me somewhere here. On my left, I guess, you can see Reframe TV, a collective from Ukraine that is part of a larger network of what we call StreamArt. That is the practice that we would like to present today. And not only as a practice, but also, again, as a new method, let's say. And then below me, there is Ksenia from Ukraina TV in Krakow. And next to Ksenia, there is Konrad. I just present them in a very brief way, but I think it makes more sense to give voice to them and to give a brief presentation. I'm gonna be the last one to give you a bit of context. Let's see if they can speak to you. I think they
Hi, can you hear me?
Maybe you can start, Ksenia. Yes.
You can hear me. Can I start?
Yes.
All right.
Is it okay, the volume? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I cannot see you, unfortunately, but I wish you all to have fun today. I would actually like to start from the citate from the text which Konrad, who you see next to me, wrote, and this text was published on ENC. So if you want, you can read it after. And the citate is that, as it turns out, when people are not forced to be interested, they actually become interested. So, well, Ukraina TV was born when the full-scale war in Ukraine started, and we are based in Krakow in Poland, but we work globally with people all around the world. And Ukraina TV is an experimental, collective, and cross-sectoral project in the field of media culture. It deals with the new relational strategies and new hybrid production forms in the field of hybrid presence. It's an internet TV station specialized in the building audio-visual live bridges, a multi-channel streaming hub, recording studio, and local network all at once. And last but not least, of course, is a group of people. For us, hybridity intuitively and operationally signifies the coexistence and fusion of diverse orders, action modes, practices, and the simultaneous presence of humans and non-human data machines in both analog and digital realms, offline and online, of course. Or hybrid on the concept of stream art, a subdiscipline or a genre is contemporary and art practices. Digital landscape. This perspective is a unique view and definition for creative practices by an idiom of circulating fluid streaming processes where work is amalgamated with the form, information, and energy intervening the human and the non-human. The roots of our collective are inescapably tied to a traumatic event of worst escalation. The glitty, dissociative repeat of Rom and Glebs, they're right there doing this stuff right now on our stream. Oh, Rom is here. And it resonates and makes the original unrest apparent. Trippiness, but not in the style of merry pranksters, but rather punk and metallic. The global mind is multifunctioning. In the line with hope core ideology, the art of Ukraina TV never represents, but always projects an image towards the future. The green screen allows us to remove the rug of reality from underneath the people captured on camera. Hope core also stands for hybridness. Ukraina's TV motto is Hope core. We were critical, but what? The internet became the worst version of itself right now. Sure, we are finally all connected, crammed in the tight interfaces of social media, only to collectively watch ads, skip videos, or gloomy news. The only truth that 99% of world population would agree on is that the great global system malfunctions. Error after error after error. The matrix no longer lulls us into pleasant daydreaming. The spectacle is that of horror and fear. Hope fell out of the mainstream and became a defamed feeling. To have hope now is dada. I invite you to see our project, to participate if you would like, because we're open collective. And I would like to give the word to which was born in Kiev not long ago, Reframe TV.
Hello, hi. We are based in Kiev
Hi.
right now. Yeah, can you hear us? Well, hello everyone. Yeah, we can't see you, but I hope that you are having a great day today. And we are based in Kiev, and our collective was not born really long ago as a streaming TV studio, but we already had our first affair, and we are planning to do it every month. And our collective is based on the fact that we want to show Ukrainian artists, musicians, volunteers, performers, and people who are basically located in Ukraine right now and doing. I think that this very short and brief introduction, but our collective just created, and streaming is something that we are doing less for the months right now. We have our difficulties because sometimes our light is off, we don't have electricity all the time, also air sirens can be difficult in a way, but it's an interesting experience and we love to do this here. Yep. Is it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you want to present very briefly also, Conrad?
I can present myself, but I'm just part of the Krakow branch of media collectives that gathered here today. I couldn't be physically in the studio because for some logistical issues, but I will be speaking with Romek later on philosophy of the collective, and in particular the place of AI in developing new methods, new ways of communicating, but also completely, in my opinion, reorganizing and reframing what the collectives can do in society with the help of an AIs.
Thank you. Okay, I will then proceed to present myself, since I'm wondering if you can follow all of this. That is, I guess, a presentation, but also can be a bit weird, right? Like we are looking at 4 people in a live stream, and I think is a very common at this point scenario since the last few years. And our project actually started thinking about this, thinking about like what does it mean to do a academic conference looking at 4 people in a very small screen. Of course, there is more, but this is just one. It can be one of a starting point. And then the first thing we wanted to do is to basically decide to not have that anymore and to be a bit more playful in this. This explains I have a green screen in my back, and I can. I think people should also see in the live stream what's happening because, of course, I have to give you 2 feedback. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, so I work as a researcher at the Institute of Natural Culture, and the Institute of Natural Culture is is within an applied science university. So this means that we consider doing this as part of our research. What we look into is digital culture, network culture from a critical point of view. In particular, in the last 10 years, one of the main topics that we looked into is digital publishing, and now to try to conceive digital realm into what was like the standard publishing practices. And we kind of arrived to a point in which, and this again is what I was saying before, the advent of let's say, a global crisis, the COVID-19, but at the same time, war, conflict, and what we could call a stack of crises, brought us in the context of like trying to find new method and new methodologies to first meet, but at the second time also try to find output. I think this is actually a very good context to present a bit like the practice of what you're doing, because yes, we looked into digital publishing. We looked into different form of bringing moving images, bringing digital object into publishing. But then we realized at a certain point that that was not really enough because there were like different emerging sectors and research field that needed something a bit different than just a standard publication that was trying to look into or try to implement something that was very difficult to implement. And I think there were various panels before that try also to bring this let's say difficulties. And in specific, one thing that kind of led us move to this is let's say the emerging field of artistic research and how to give a space into publishing for this field. But then, let's say, this is one of many fields that actually even are way more traditional and needs a new form of conceiving publishing. I'm speaking already too much. I think what we could, looking at the program, the idea is that we would like to give a bit of a longer presentation, each of us, on, and now here I'm going to switch. Sorry, I have to, usually we are a group of people and we do this in way more. At the beginning, I thought also about giving a workshop in a way that I could involve you in doing all of this, but I think is maybe better if you give me 1 second, I switch to the presentation. Okay, can you see? Yes, I guess. Okay, so as I was saying, this is network culture, the research group in which I work, and this is the specific project that brought us into this. The Void is a research project specifically look at artistic research and how to publish artistic research, but at the same time how to archive artistic research work, and does this in through different layers, from the most standard old school paper publishing to a live stream of 6 hours in which we invite different artists and showcase their work and then save this material into an archive. And the thing is that what we try to conceive is that we don't see a very big difference between the different things, because the concept that we're trying to develop is called expanded publishing, in which we try to understand how try to connect these different elements and these different multimedialities. We don't really see a difference between paper and video, if not something that can actually add to each other. We kind of feel that there is and this, I hope we can maybe have a discussion afterwards, still a very much a hierarchy between written material, especially in academia, and audiovisual material. And with this, we were trying to kind of blurring the different format and the different hierarchies between those. I would like to show you some of what I'm talking about. And I think for the context in which we are, this publication that I was showing you can be the perfect example. And yes, so what you're seeing in the back, hopefully you can see, I can also, is, well, this, but in a digital version. And this is a book that was conceived during a live stream. So the live stream was structured in a way that was thinking about this final object. So the live stream had an introduction, a chapter 1, chapter 2, a conclusion. And then the transcript of that live stream was then edited and printed, first brought into digital, and live annotated. What I mean by that, the live stream was on a specific platform, was both on Twitch and on a self-hosted platform, and there was a team of people that were like live annotating, meaning comment, but not only, also tagging and commenting, and then all of these annotation were like automatically brought into what you can see here. So this is a tagging system. And this, oh, it just froze. Can you still see things? Yes. On the right side, you can see notes, but at the same time, you can also see comments. This is the name of the person that commented and the comment. And this tool permits you to look at the publication in a non-linear way. So, of course, going through different tags, and then at the same time, look at the publication from a very linear way, that is the print option. That is basically the book itself. And this is, let's say, a perfect example of what we look into. This has been developed for the last 2 years together with designer and coders, and try to implement different layers of a possibility of expanding publishing from, let's say, and not trying to compartmentalized or like divide between different medium. Please stop me. It's going to be a long flow of things, so stop me if you have any question or something is not clear. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna show you a video, so we can take a bit of a break, and it's gonna be definitely louder than me. Sorry, I have the. Yeah. And now there's going to be even a more awkward moment in which you're going to listen to my voice and I'm going to be silent. As you can understand, all of this is really, in a way, very weird and very awkward. But I think we all feel that this is part of the whole process. Now you're seeing me in a very formal context in which we are in a conference. This can happen in this context, can happen in a club with a lot of other people, as I think there was a very nice example in the opening speech today. And can happen with me alone or can happen with a lot of people. And hopefully this video can give you a bit of an overview of this. I just want to check if they can hear it. The Institute of Network Health. Can you hear it? Yeah, perfect. Is a research center based in Amsterdam. We have a long trajectory on experimental publishing, digital publishing, and that's a bit also the idea of expanded publishing. Not only formal,
Щось херово чутно, якщо чесно. Мабуть, відео.
Блін, я випив каву. Може, я пойду зроблю каву.
Надо голограмму оставить.
Що?
Ну, ти сходив.
Ну, я маю на увазі тут.
Надо меняться просто для нас.
Да, я маю на увазі, що я можу зробити.
Так
Можна на
Леон
всіх.
чи це?
Да. Не, ну Лию надо эффектное представление огромное. У нас там Джимми что где-то был.
Куди до кави? Вже нічого не чутно.
Посидеть в кадре. Ой, а там, короче, после так можно приколоться. Там у Вани, короче, среди вот этого реквизита, что у меня хранится, у него есть такие, короче, картонные люди, типа.
О,
Там стопка стоит.
Може поставити, до речі,
Да,
замість Влада.
Можно замесить Влада. А у меня нет машин? А, ну, тоже. Не, ну там бутылочек, вон, тут море. Ну, он вообще делает презентацию своего вот этого войда, или о чем он вообще говорит?
Це відео, я не розумію теж, чому не чутно, але вже не чутно. Це презентація про стрімінг телебачення. Да, і вони розповідають про свій проєкт, який знаходиться зараз, ну, типу, про проєкти з Амстердама, і вони просто розповідають, що вже ось вибудовується такий, типу, телемост між Краковом, Амстердамом і Києвом. І ось, да, він показує, типу, те, як вони це робили, ну, на своєму проєкті. І да, вони ж ще роблять книги, в яких вони розказують про інтернет-культуру, там про стрімінг арт, про мем-арт, всякі такі штуки.
Тобі вчора кидав
нормально, ми тут по композиції замість Влада цей тип башка гігантська. Серед вас і поміж вас ще ця дівчина. Така движуха.
Не, ну ты там хорошо уверенно сидишь с краю.
Да. І ноут не видно, та вообще.
Да, може робота перша. Ти працюєш, що ти робиш?
Та я работаю, да. Та мені
Ти в
треба.
Фейсбуці сидиш.
Та мені треба кредити виставити на відео, вообще як в Фейсбуці людей шукати. Мені скинули. Давай
Жесть.
виставимо нам відос. Отак просто без імен, просто такі, типу. Там це Ірина Шмотолоха, блін. Де цих Ірин Шмотолох? Ну ладно, Шмотолоха може рідко. Така і
Жорстко,
шматолог мала.
співчуваю, а що немає ніяких
Іра Голуб, блін, там
Іра Голуб,
цих
йо.
голубок
Як в
дівчат.
житті. Ну да. А що не дали ніяких?
Ні.
Бля, жорстко. Та Фейсбук взагалі така важка пошукова система, звісно.
Да, там приходиться звращатися, вже знайшов, типу, скриті, криптичні приколи іноді. Щоб знайти, відмітити людину, треба оцю
Да, я пам'ятаю це. Слава Богу, в мене було 7 аккаунтів, ну, в мене ж виділялися аккаунти, аккаунт за аккаунтом, і на 7-й такий, коротше, мій Фейсбук видалився. І тепер я без Фейсбука. На щастя.
удаляли через те, що блочили, чи зламували?
Ну да, через те, що блочили. У мене ж там був sensitive контент, то через ксенофобію до росіян, то через порнографію, то через якісь типу вислови через police brutality, і так от. 7 аккаунтів. Це 8-й чи 7-й, не пам'ятаю вже. Ну, або 6, або 7, я вже не пам'ятаю.
Ну, це шлях, це варто теж озвучити на якомусь. Це мій духовний, один із духовних родичів. Козак, козак.
Його духовний отець. О, знаєш, треба показати твій виступ. І ти, коротше, достанеш цю касету, типу, і там просто на твоєму виступі, от реально ти виглядаєш і реально як він. Ну, покажемо.
Будеш відео? Та там же вже собрав
Ну, там,
от відео.
Він 4 години намонтував там.
Да.
Ні, я там собрав, я думав зробити на півгодини, а вийшло там щось на 4 години відео. Ні, ну пофіг, я маю на увазі, що ми його поклацаем, там всіх по чуть-чуть.
Ну, голландцев прикольнее, кстати, чем у поляков, мне больше нравится.
Ну
Ну,
да,
їх
по
інший
народному
вайб, там
дрону.
більш научний у них. У них там...
Ну, у них же ціле, я тобі кинув книжку того
Так, а
Герца.
всі
Ти
інші
почитаєш
що
взагалі,
вони
там
кажуть?
у них типу іменно науковий інститут.
Да.
Не, ну оно стильнее, ну как,
Ну,
ну, на мой
будемо
вкус.
Ну да, в них інший.
У тих типу,
Вони щось там бубухають.
Цікаво, що це таке.
це Point Cloud.
Треба в Twitch зайти.
Це якщо взяти, відсканити на
Айфоном,
iPhone, на
типа?
iPhone, да, і вкласти.
Даже я помню наши эти старые еще сканы. Как мы мастерскую сняли, помнишь что?
It was amazing, Tomasos, thank you. I love it. I saw myself from 2 years ago. It was not cool.
Thank you.
Should I give the microphone to Roman, or you wanted to add anything else?
Yes, I just wanted to add one small thing. And I think, well, first of all, thank you.
Just на максимум.
А, ты как типа?
I just wanted to
Замість
introduce
мене
why
можна
we're doing this.
виставити в кадрі.
And I think what you just saw is...
Could you please speak a little bit louder because we cannot hear you well?
You're right, I lowered the volume before. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I too can hear you now.
Okay. I just wanted to introduce a bit also why we are doing this together, because what you just saw now, it was the practice connected to the Void and to the Institute of Network Culture, but the presentation you're going to listen now are going to also connected to different contexts. What we realized at a certain point is that we were not alone in doing what we were doing, but there were other research groups around Europe that were doing the same thing. And then we decided, okay, then it makes sense to create a network. And what you're seeing here, this presentation of this network, that is not only form of this, the three of us, but as other point in Budapest, in Trondheim, in Norway, and we actually open to have even more network because we think that this could be also a starting point, and this is connected to the last point of the video. That the ultimate goal of this is to get out of mainstream platform and try to get our own instance on PeerTube or, well, I mean, we are actually going that direction. Not only because we want to get out of the platform for the sake of doing it, but I mean, for all the political and technical implication of it, but also because we would like to have one main output of all of this and try to create what we could call, let's say, alternative critical TV, or even if you can call it something like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna leave
Error?
this
Hey,
space to
Right.
give me a second. I'm gonna switch to your live stream.
Okay.
Пішов Влад. А він пішов фоткати. Не знаю, просто пішов.
Oh yeah, this is us. So, well, by the way, I just wanted to add that Tommaso introduced himself very well, which I actually probably didn't. I am also a researcher, but I work in Academy of Fine Arts in Krakow. Roman, who is sitting next to me, and you can see him on the screen many times, he is a professor and also a researcher. And all of our team were researching big research. I'm also a multimedia artist. Roman is a professor and he's teaching students all over the world, not only here, how to do StreamArt. Gleb, Sofia, and other people. Lorenzo, who is also with us. Julia, who is also part of our team, but she's in Amsterdam currently, and Konrad, of course. All right, now I'm going to shut up and I'm going to pass the microphone to Roman.
Yeah. Hi to everybody. And I think it's good to say that combining our daily activity with some topics of the conference, it's good to say that we are jumping or moving or swinging in between transitions, translations, transvisions, and translocations or translocalities. And this is everything about transmissions also. And this is what we do. It's a very important for us experience of also kind of the challenge and transition in between the static audiovisual production traditions into real time, like a state of being in hybrid presence, in streaming, in between realities, in between connections and between platforms and between form of activities with audio, visuality, working with language, spoken language, written, and also between languages. And this is what is the like a starting point for our practices is a kind of the transition between green box, real physical green box that you see me now, and this is our studio, and let's say green screen, which give us possibility to work with some real presence combined with virtual, like a physical presence combined with virtual aspects, elements in real-time dialogue. And this starting point makes possibilities to combine also our present in a local conditions and working or being in trans-local relations with other studios, with similar parallel activities. And this is the starting point for our idea of the network, what we present actually as maybe the most important aspect of this presentation right now. And there is Void in Amsterdam, there is Reframe Collective and a new project in Kiev, and there is StreamArt Studio and Ukraina TV Collective in Krakow. And there is Konrad Wojnowski, who is next to us, also in Krakow, and who is somebody from the future, because that's relation between, that's all aspects that I try to point or map, it's something just kind of an introduction for your Konrad short presentation about non-human actors in our network, because this is very important. That StreamArt, this is what we do. This is kind of the circular, permanent intersection between people, machines, signals, and data. And that's difference between signals and data is also very important. And this is what Lorenzo and Gleb now propose also with working with translation in real time and also with some prompting as a new form of intersection or interaction between AI and human language to picture relations. This is, I think, the starting point that Konrad will explain much more, also into some utopian and possible activities for our future and maybe our collaboration also with you guys. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Romek. I will try, to supplement what you just said and expand on this topic, on this urging matter concerning the practice of translation, which we, encounter every day, as we may or may not share the same languages and are still, trying to find ways to communicate with each other. And by languages, I don't only mean national languages, I also mean different aesthetic languages we operate. I'm more of a word person. I like to speak. I like dialogue, but I'm absolutely terrible in any kind of graphic editing, etc. That's just not my thing. So also not only we bring different cultural backgrounds, but we also bring very different skills to the table. And sometimes combining these skills takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of it poses a lot of challenges. To put this thing together. And here I think it's very important to introduce the concept and the technology of AI. But I don't want to really focus on AI as we know it today, as what it is today, because I don't want to, explore this topic. But basically, I don't think we are at the point, that we can make a snapshot of what AI is at this moment and infer anything about the future. So I will actually relate to a theory and a utopian image that was conceived not only before the AI emerged recently in our technoculture, but a theory from the late 80s from Wille Flusser's book Into the Universe of Technical Images, which introduced the metaphor of chamber music. And Flusser wanted to describe a form of communication that is intimate, participatory, and decentralized. Unlike traditional mass media, which operate in a top-down manner, chamber music involves active participants engaging in dialogue, much like musicians in a chamber ensemble, with a difference that this musician doesn't have to, they don't have to occupy the same physical space, but they can, they can improvise by pushing buttons in front of the schemes. It is a kind of also this utopia has a dystopian undertone because you will see Flusser presents us with people tied to their chairs, pushing buttons in a technologically mediated existence. But he still thinks that we are awaiting, and we will in some time see revolution in media technology, in our communication, and it will probably all work out for the better. However, this idea of people, being able to improvise in real time, to connect in real time, and create new stuff in real time, hinges actually on existence of advanced AI in neural networks. Only after AI revolution, I think it becomes reasonable prospect. Why? Just because these technologies can act as universal translators. enabling different individuals, artists, coders, musicians, technologists, whatever you want, to collaborate with the friction of disparate technical skills. AI can facilitate instantaneous translation and seamless communication, creating a universal yet invisible notation system, which is in the latent spaces. So it's not a, universal systems that we, have to learn by heart, but this is a kind of a universal system that runs in the background, and, we can only see the outputs. And the AI in such a situation can act as an interpreter, harmonizer, and co-creator, ensuring each voice contributes to the collective symphony. I also think that, that this kind of communication facilitated by AIs gives us a lot of more possibilities, and it creates completely new openings for media collectives. For instance, for that reason, that making a really sophisticated video and immersive environment might soon take, just a matter of 20 minutes and, entering a few prompts, making this kind of, live, intense communication between artists all over the globe so much more attractive also to audiences, which are now more steered towards this, big money, big media platforms. And with AI, we actually get some tools, to counter their abundance in terms of, technology. So, possibly not as it is now, but possibly in the future, and I'm quite sure that this will actually come to life. We will be, able to make our work more also enticing for a general public, and also make this kind of big media platforms less attractive for the general public, because as everyone is able, to make a blockbuster from texts written at home, the very idea of having some Hollywood culture makes less sense. But what is most important for me, and this is what I wanted to stress the most, is the fact that the AIs, what they make possible is actually to go outside this old first internet utopias, like utopias of Barlow, Negroponte, Timothy Leary, etc., who envisioned the internet as a democratic space of open engagement. But the problem that they didn't take into account that this technology is still, these technologies required expertise to effectively engage with the digital infrastructure. So you would have, you had to be able to create content using, Photoshop for digital artists, C++ for coders, JavaScript for UI designers, etc., etc. And in the era of prompting, you actually can bypass all these, specific technical languages and enter everything in natural languages. And this allows us to break, the spell of alienation, which still persisted into the internet age, because it didn't, solve one of the main issues that, are at roots of the alienation mechanics. Namely the specialization. Now, with these translation skills, with these translation techniques, people will be able to, to go outside these narrow fields, and without reinforcing existing hierarchies and limits, and actually, give rise to an internet that is far more participatory, far more inclusive, and in which, your work in one medium can be automatically translated to another medium, you know, like my speech can be translated by an AI into music. You know, the musician can respond through his music to my music, and then I will then I will receive, you know, a lecture also, you know, but expressed by a musician. So you can get there's a lot of crisscrossing of formats, of, you know, local context, which can interact and affect each other in very, very also surprising ways. And I also think that this is a more general thing, that with the transformation of internet in the epoch of AI, when your internet experience will be far less dependable on platforms like Google, etc., and you will have, you know, access to internet through these personal agents, etc. This will position smaller media collectives as far more attractive media outlets than they used to be, because, you know, you simply couldn't find out anything about them. And now, you know, like living in Krakow, you can ask your AI, you know, to tell me about, you know, cool small media places where I can get some interesting information, etc., etc. And you know, the AI will automatically connect you to such projects in your city, or, you know, all over around the globe, if it somehow, you know, relates to your interest.
Thank you. It sounds like a utopian, optimistic. For someone, it could be also nightmare, because it's a relation, like a new relation between intimate and what is public, but in a way, it's something what's one could call like a new hyper humanity. In a way, that's the extension of our skills to communicate to each other and in a more natural way.
Mm-hmm.
And also this challenge, the change, the transition of the internet itself from something spectacle-like after the television that still we are like a part of, and we try to like cross the border, and sometimes this fourth wall in front of us, and into something really circular and relational in a new way. I hope there will be some questions and discussion after. And also, Ksenia, want to add something relate to your book and to your like a historical investigations.
No, all I wanted to say to all the audience from the Paris and to everyone who's watching us, but we showed this many times already, because I don't think you probably introduced yourself, darling. You're a part of our team, but as well, you're a professor on the Jagiellonian University of Krakow, and you published an absolutely amazing book 1 month ago? How long?
2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Yeah, and we are still can't get over it. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's called Probabilistic Aesthetics of the Avant-Garde, and it speaks, and it has something to do also with the neural networks. It's a indirect link, but I think quite important. So if you are interested in avant-garde and, you know, in avant-garde art and how it can, you know, can be brought closer to our contemporary times. So that might be something of interest to you.
We're back with you in the discussion part, in the last part of our meeting now. And now we are giving space and the microphone to guys in Kiev that's waiting for us, I think, I hope. And yeah, there is also something what I wanted to say at the beginning, the translation in Ukrainian and Russian, I think also, the term means exactly the same what in English is transmission. And sometimes we use here transmission and translation switching in between, and also that meanings combined together is kind of the context of our multi-language collaboration. Yeah.
Починайте. Все. So hello again. I think, yeah, we wanted to share with you the how our first event went on, because we had an event for 47 hours and it was a musical concert. So maybe guys will tell more about the event itself.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I wanted just to start with a few words how we actually arrived to live streaming with Reframe TV, and that this initiative started on the base of other initiatives which were also formed already in the time of full-scale invasion to Ukraine. And that's also artistic initiatives and curator groups as Pererva Studio and Kiev Pastrans Records. So on the base of the same work group, we already formed the streaming channel of Reframe TV. And basically we started as a, maybe we can say it as a concert agency, maybe. But it's quite difficult to now in Ukraine to just speak in the terms of art, which is, or music anyway, that is not connected to the subject of that we are in war. So basically our initiatives and the concerts, it was always something based on like we started to do it also to make fundraisers, because that's how things are going in Ukraine. Despite that we receive quite a lot of help from the West and also our local budgets, but there is always private people with private initiatives, so we have to collect for some specific people, like it can be someone's father who is fighting there or some friends. So there is a lot of initiatives like that in Ukraine nowadays, which are made also to just like to continue in the art form we can, and in the same time to help supporting the process of our victory, because that's the main subject for us anyway. Maybe someone will also want to join with some things. I'm not like a professional speaker, just a part of the team, mostly with the technical support. And actually today we wanted to speak about our the previous event we had on the last weekend, 25th, which was also the day of Kiev, and we called that the 47-hour-long drone marathon.
Yeah, and also it's a day, International Day of Drones.
Yeah, International Day of Drones.
And it was 47. Yeah, it was 47 hours because it started at 3 p.m. on 25th on Friday, because at one point in the world, Kleven should talk about it, I don't remember. It starts like the 25th of May start there, and somewhere like around Sunday, also in the daytime, it's the 25th of May is finishing. That's why it was 47 hour stream. It was basically, we have the studios in city center, and people were coming to the studio and they were playing their sets. Also there was a live stream event from Lviv, and it was basically, yeah, every hour was busy with some kind of performance. And yeah, right now we are talking about fundraisers, because all art in Ukraine is political, and every person who is doing art here right now, it's also thinking, this person also thinks about war and how you can help, how you can donate, how you can grab attention to the things that are happening in Ukraine right now, because when you are surrounded by this, you can't think about anything else. So maybe somebody wants to talk about some technical issues, how we were doing the streams, or like about the music.
Yeah, I wanted
and turn
to
off the notification on Telegram as well, which is heard right now. Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Yeah, we wanted probably to add also about what is drones as music, maybe if it's not that much known, because for us the subject of drones also in the sense of war is like full on our ears, and yeah, this is why we stick with the idea. Actually, the drone marathon is already the third event in this subject we have. The first two, it was called Drones for Drones. So basically, we were playing drone music, which is like baseline music, kind of. It can be electronic or otherwise acoustic, but it's like linear. Sounding like the drone you all know. If someone doesn't know what is drone music, yeah. So we basically make this concert for to collect for the fundraiser, right? For the drones.
Collect money to create drones, because right now maybe you don't know, but in Kiev there are a lot of studios which create FPV drones, and they can be produced with cheap materials very effectively. So there are a lot of private studios in Kiev which create different drones. We actually had our first event before this musical concert, where we talked with musicians about drones and also with volunteers about drones and how to raise money, how to produce drones. And right now, yeah, it's like also this musical event was added to this fundraiser, because everything you do in Ukraine and out of Ukraine, if you're Ukrainian, is kind of political, because you can raise money and help your country, and that's the most important thing to do right now for us.
And I guess it would be nice if Vlad would speak a few words about, or Alexander otherwise.
Yeah, I also want to share some points as from the perspective of the witness of this 47-hour drone marathon. So basically, it was three days, starting from Friday till Sunday in the evening, and it came out like this. I don't know, like maybe it's because in Ukraine things, or whether having a big scale or a small scale in some point, that's why it's turned from 24-hour world day of drone music to 47. But it was good for us because it was kind of a challenge, and we had a mission has already been set to fundraise. This time we were fundraising for our air defense, and the fundraiser is still going, so you can also join who is seeing us or listening us. It's like directly connected to our safety and ability to stream and to exist. And also interesting experience about this marathon was that it was related to drone music, and drone music, has been said previously, it's like something continuously, like a wave that it's might be shifting, might not, like, and it also have roots from deep and religion cults, like the Om sound that is considered in Buddhism as one of the first sounds in the world. That's also related to drone. Also, like nature sounds and machine sounds are also related to drone. So drone is basically something that present in our life really often. We just don't, sometimes we don't understand it. It is they're presented, and with this music and this kind of task for the artists, because we had a lot of experimental artists who doing a lot of different mixed sounds, yeah, and media and sound experiments. So this task of at least try to make a drone set was really interesting, because when you hear music like this for so many hours going and from different artists, you can see like the experiment and the shift of how everyone's perception is. So my personal diving deep into this topic of drone music was using for the performance acoustic instrument bandura. It's like this 55 string instrument. So I was my they just saw in the cassette with the guy.
Yeah.
Who's,
If you will watch the marathon, you can see
closer
closer to the.
Yeah.
They think that this is
Alexander
my
is presenting his set with the traditional Ukrainian instrument bandura in the droney way, and he is really kind of looking like that with his mustache and Ukrainian beautiful T-shirt.
Yeah, Sasha is already a very old person.
Strong Nietzsche vibes, very strong Nietzsche vibes.
Yeah, it's kind of
also for Ukraine Cossack vibes. And also
Ukrainian
what was
Cossack
interesting to dive in this drone music, drone art understanding and experiment during our Kiev live stream, that it really felt like the perception of time is shifts, and the time and space is shifts. So one of the basic ideas that are laying inside of this music genre was really opened up for all of us during these 3 days, because when you went from seeing someone on shifts, we had our community like working all together, and some of the people like Vlad, he was staying all 3 days and nights because he was managing to do
irreplaceable part.
Yeah, some parts of
irreplaceable.
We know something about that.
Yeah, so you know how it works. Some
Yeah, we
members
do.
are replaceable, and so some of them supposed to stay not for 24 hours, but 3 days and 3 days and 3 nights. And some of people was coming and coming back like me, because I had a managing shift of the end of the marathon in the Sunday. And when I've seen how at Saturday, at Friday, how everything was happening, it was really strong.
I do have a question though, because I was watching online. It was amazing. I truly admire your upgrade. I would say technical though. Even let me just switch it so everyone can see us now that we are all together. And how many people came? Actually, I mean, like, did people came to particular your studio there, like Ceramic Beats?
We didn't have.
Actually,
we didn't have idea to make it as a concert, like, so there was.
It was basically online concert. We didn't invite people. Some people came up, but this time we didn't invite because we wanted to concentrate on the part of the stream. It was also for us a challenge because we did not all of us are professionals in that. We had a few.
Neither us. I can understand that.
I mean, some of us didn't have any experience in that. So we wanted to concentrate, and basically it was very, I don't know, somehow. I don't know that word, but there was.
You can see on the Ukrainian. We do have actually the French subscriptions here. Subtitles, Jesus. Sorry.
Це було круто because there was more than 40 musicians which played in different time.
Wow.
Yeah, because like 47 hours and around 40 musicians are actually Ukrainian musicians who came to play in our place. And some of them we were receiving, the international artists. So it was around 40 people, but that was all musicians. And it was
still a lot, still a lot. I remember how we did the big project in Kiev through Krakow and Kiev, and 35 piano players were playing. Yeah, let's get to the discussion, right, Tomaso? I can hear your whispering, like breathing, your heart breathing. You want to go to discussion, I know that.
I just want to add up the last thing. It was really interesting that at one point of the concert there was like no electricity and like just like went off.
Wow.
And also
yes, please.
Yeah, no internet as well.
Yes.
And people, and thank God there was a generator.
Yeah, also because I think the people here would like to maybe get involved.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can you... Oh, that's why they cannot hear us.
I do hear you.
I do hear you.
It's just a little
I
delay.
muted them.
What?
Sorry.
But did you muted us?
Yes, I muted you. Sorry. Because there
Alright.
was a lot of loop.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I absolutely would love anyone from Paris get involved into conversation. Probably people have there any questions to us or to Kiev.
Are you very tired of all of this? I can imagine it could be very too much on you, and I'm sorry if it was too heavy. But let's say if you want to have a conversation, we can switch the camera and have also very critical conversation on all of this. But if you otherwise want to get some fresh air, I don't think we can blame anyone at this point. This is a bit up to you. Are there any questions? Yes. Is it okay to wait a second. Sorry.
Yeah, we cannot hear you. I
There is a very
want to hear
technical
the
thing.
question as well.
If you want to speak with them, you have to speak here. And yes, it is performance exactly because you have now to come here and speak in this mic. Can I show you? Is it okay if you are in camera?
Покажи нам теж, подивитися.
No, if this is performance art, I'm a little bit disappointed. The least you could do is play us some of this drone music. If you're going to herald the privatization of fundraising for a war effort, make us feel something about it and not just listen in on your conversation about it. I mean, we had a whole discourse about how this new technical media was going to allow us to have communities and conversation and rapprochement between peoples and translation across cultures. And all we heard was a group of people talking about their own navels.
Давай, поклацаю.
Давай, классный. Please, давай уже.
Так дайте мне.
Do you want to play some drone?
Да, давай.
Подожди, я просто говорю, Jesus Christ.
Там микрофон включился.
Да, не хвилюйтеся так сильно.
I'm sorry if
Yeah,
it felt
just a second, we're
in
gonna turn
this
it
way.
on. You can ask another question while we would be just trying to play the music right now.
And can you see our background with the video from the concert? Right.
Okay,
So now we
great.
just add up some sounds.
Давай.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
now I'm play video and from our
And
ground.
please do.
Yeah, from different fragments. Yeah.
Поставь просто якийсь фрагмент. Да,
Wait a
коротше,
second.
чого.
We have another question. No, but we have another question, so maybe wait a second.
I was also wondering, why is the psychedelic of all that? I mean, why not? But it's because if you think about it, it can be distracting for the audience. So why you chose that to all the chains of forms and how do you curating it? How do you choose all these backgrounds and so?
It's a good question. Thank you for this question. It's not the first question we had as Ukraine TV project, and we actually had people even saying that we are taking drugs here on the project, but not doing anything important. I love this question, honestly. Well, I'm not going to answer you from the technical side because Roman or Gleb specifically. Can you show Gleb to these people now so they can see how Gleb is? No, but I'm not sure they will see us. No, to the call. Yeah, to the people to Paris. So Gleb is sitting there with 3 computers, and Lorenzo is also there. Yeah, they're mixing. The thing is, the thing with all this psychedelic, as you said, visuals is that it's made for in real life. So it made in terms of what computers see and the camera captures. So they mix it in real life. It's not pre-made visual effects. They're made in real life.
Actually, Vlad wants.
I would also love to say to compare this to some expressionistic or that heavy early 21st avant-garde painting, because it's about autonomous activities of machines that we catch signals, mix it in real time, and combine together, searching for some aesthetic aspects which are like a form of expression of also our emotions, our working with traumas, and working with some very, very serious aspect of being together and sharing some emotions, sharing some feelings, and translate it into like a very abstract forms, yeah. And this is more also about the sharing of authorships, and that's this dispersion of this realistic tradition of working with information or with video as a form of direct catching of reality, this 19th century vision of realistic picture. And nothing is realistic in media. Everything is about pixels, about mixing, and about circulation. So we are showing this, and we are mixing and working with this, and trying to find ourselves in this condition, because it's immersive also very much. So this is a bit
very short one additional perspective. Also, it's all about getting away from this kind of central perspective paradigm which dominates the mainstream media, where you have this kind of anchor in TV. Everything is focused on one persona. Everything is mixed in a very linear and very conventional fashion. And what we aim at is, this multi-perspectivism, which also, and it is also a kind of a response to the media conditions we are finding ourselves, and not pretending that everything is smooth and easy, and we are, for instance, the bearers of truth, which is unfortunately kind of ingrained in this kind of central point of view perspective from the Renaissance.
I think Vlad wanted to add something from Kiev. But you can hear it. Gleb is saying to me that you can hear it on the final output on Ukrainian TV stream.
Thank you.